Well, good morning, friends. Yes, sometimes we wake up and we just feel like, oh my gosh, do I really look like this? And what is this on my face? Well, good thing we have things like makeup. So, today is going to be a makeup tutorial day because someone told me that I should do that. And so I figured, why not? It's a flattering comment when someone recommends that you make a YouTube tutorial. I guess that means I do my makeup pretty well. It is very extensive though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna fast forward through a lot of this video because it's, I take my time. And my secret is that I usually watch Grey's Anatomy when I do my makeup. So there'll be times when you see me like a giggle because I'm watching Grey's Anatomy. Anyway, we digress. Here is what I use as a primer kind of moisturizer. It's kind of like a secret product right now, so we're really not going to talk about that one too much, but it is really nice, smells really good, and goes on really smoothly. It is just kind of like light. Sometimes certain creams are really heavy, and this one really is not too bad. So yeah, you can find like a really nice cream pretty much anywhere. So my next secret is this Ulta poreless face primer, and guys, I'm just gonna tell you now, I'm not used to this whole I put the hand behind the makeup thing so that you can read what the makeup is. I have not mastered that, so I just do it because I think it looks cool. Anyway, I got this honestly as like I think a sample, so I'm not sure how much longer it's gonna last me, but I do feel like it kind of hides the pores. When you don't put a poreless primer on, I feel like the makeup makes you look splotchier than you actually are. The primer kind of like fills in the gaps. It's like spackle for a wall, I feel like. Makes the paint go on smoothly. I really hope I used the right analogy there because heaven knows I'm not like super great with that. Anyway, this, again, me using the fancy hand thing, is the matte eye primer. So similar thing to the face, you want to make sure you prime your eyeshadow. People might be like, what is she doing? She didn't finish her face. Why is she skipping onto her eyes? So this is my like biggest secret. I do my eye makeup first because if I have to clean anything up, I don't want to take off all the makeup I've already done. It's easier for me just to like do the eye portion, and then like when I do the face portion, all the eye stuff that messed up will just kind of be fixed with the face. So that's my secret. I'm sure there are makeup people that are like, don't do that, but it's my way. And you can have that way too if you find that it's easier. Also, I apologize for that monstrosity that is my hair. Oh my gosh. I got a lot of fixing up to do today. So that's how we move on to the eyeballs. This is the Naked Reloaded palette. I got it with Christmas money and I really, really like it. I think it has a lot of color choices. I've been really more into like the pinks and stuff. I start with a really light shade of cream / white that kind of goes over, and I think right now I'm making a face because I realize you can't tell like what the color is actually called because again, I can't master that whole camera thing, so oh well. Anyway, if you really want to know, let me know. I will tell you exactly what it says. It's very small writing. Put that over all of my eyes, like from top to lid. Angela, put the thing there, a little lower. There you go. What's the point of making a video if we can't see the makeup? Oh, Angela, get it together. So yeah, we're gonna fast forward through this a little bit. Get ready for it. Here comes a giggle. Oh, something funny in Grey's Anatomy happened and I can't control myself. Yeah, something funny to happen in Grey's Anatomy. That's very rare for all of those Grey's fans out there. We cry more than we smile, so we take these moments and we take them and we run with it. Anyway, so what I'm doing now is finishing up that first round of color, and I'm about to move on to a darker shade of color. You also notice that like between colors, I wipe my brush on the back of my hand. That's so that I don't have like too much. Now I'm showing you. Thank you, Angela. After you've already put it on, now you're showing the product. One day you'll get a hang of this. Keep working at it. Anyway, yeah, so in between colors, I put it on my hand to kind of get the color off. And then obviously at the end of the video, my hand is filled with all sorts of color from my eyes, but it just washes right off. So it's a little handy tool that I'm sure a lot of makeup people use. I'm not really anything special there. I'm gonna fast forward through a lot of this. What you're gonna see is I did a light cream color, and then I did like a tan color kind of on the corners into the crease. And then I'm going to transition to 2 different shades of pink. One's like a light pink sparkle and one's more like a coral, and that goes in the crease of the eye, both of them. I really, like I said in the beginning, I've been really into pinks, so that's what I'm showing you here. It looks very bright on the palette, but I don't think, again, what does that color say? I'm not sure. But it looks a lot better on the eye. So I'm gonna pause here and let you watch it in double time and see how the eye transforms. Oh my gosh, put the palette, thank you. Angela, why is that so hard? Move it to the side. Ugh. You'll learn. And you're not learning. Like, you're still not learning. You're still doing it. I'm sorry, guys. Angela in the video is clueless. She'll get it. Baby steps, kids, baby steps. All right, so now it's time for the corner of the eye, the outer corner of the eye, I should say, that I usually do in a shade of brown. This is like, I think I got this from an Ipsy bag, honestly. But it's a really nice shade of brown that I really like. It layers really well, so if I want it just to be like subtle and light, I can, but it can also become darker. So, as you can tell, I cannot not watch Grey's Anatomy. Like, I have to keep looking at the screen. And I've seen this show a million times, but I just love it so much. Anyway, so yeah, I have plenty of brown color in the palette that I'm holding in my hand, but for some reason, this little brown shade I just really love. So I do like one of my smaller brushes with a smaller head that has a little bit more structure rather than the one that I did in the crease, which is a little bit more fluffy. This is more, like, I would say, concentrated, so it helps get the color in a more select area. And I do little like strokes and little circles to kind of get the feeling that I want. I think I'm kind of looking at my eyes right now going, this is not like quite what I wanted today, like something, I couldn't figure out what it is. I think I thought, wow, it's a little extra bright today. I don't know if it's because I'm doing my makeup in my mom's kitchen with like really natural sunlight versus my little lamp like light mirror at home in my apartment, but something was different. So I discovered I needed to add some light shade of gold. At this point, I'm getting the look that I want. It's a lighter shade of pink. It's subtle. It's been toned down a bit. Okie dokie, eyeliner time. So this is my favorite. This is just NYX Epic Ink Liner. And again, you can't really read it because I have no idea what I'm doing. Whatever. I like this because I find that some eyeliners are really hard to apply, especially like a liquid liner. Oof, those caps are really hard. And then some of the pen liners, the brush I think is too thick, so it's hard to get like a nice thin line. So I really enjoy this particular felt tip pen liner. I also find that it seems pretty waterproof. Oh, pause. Coffee. because necessities. Thank you for this interruption of this video. Anyway, yeah, so I like this one. I feel like some can even bleed onto the lower eye. Obviously, if they're not waterproof, they might do that. But throughout the day, sometimes you get, you know, culminations of black color under your eye, and some people think it's mascara, and I sometimes tend to believe it's the eyeliner. And so this one doesn't seem to do that for me. I try to get as close to the lash line as possible, but still have a little bit of color showing. So today I actually did a pretty good job, like better than most days actually. So you guys hit the jackpot for this video. It's not always so effortless, you know, sometimes we just all have to work at it. But today was not bad, not bad. I like black eyeliner. I prefer black eyeliner over brown eyeliner. It just seems to make my eyes pop a tinge more. I do have some brown eyeliner that I use on subtle days, but uh-oh, it's time. Wahaha. Guys, this is my life. This eyelash curler is everything to me. This is a Tarte lash curler. It is just worlds better than something you get at Target. As you can see, it squishes like really, really well. It pinches like with a little bit of a bounce to it. So it's not like that kind you stick to your eye and you can't get it apart and it doesn't move. It's super bouncy. I am obsessed. It's not cheap. It's probably the most expensive piece of makeup I own, or makeup product I own, but it's worth it. The other secret for my lashes, because we all know I have lash obsession, is a primer. You want to prime your eyelashes. It's going just like we did with our face and our eyelids. It literally primes the makeup. So it will keep the lashes in place and prepare them for the black mascara to really stay on and enhance and all of the key elements. So highly recommended. This is L'Oreal. I also have CoverGirl. I think any primer will work. All right, so now it's mascara time. I decided to use CoverGirl. It works like a glue. It's weird. Like once you put it on and then you crimp the eyelashes again, which we'll get to, it really like sets it and doesn't make it move. So if you like a mascara that stays in place and doesn't move, this is for you. If you don't, if you want to be able to like move your eyelashes around or not feel like they're stuck in place, then maybe avoid this mascara. But I find from how lash obsessed I am, I love this. And like what I find so amazing is like we're all naturally beautiful. There is just no doubt. And we all need to just be one with our natural beauty. But I think what's amazing is how makeup enhances your beauty. It doesn't just make you look pretty, it enhances it. And like I want to take a moment and just look at how different my face looks with one eye without mascara and one eye with. Both equally pretty, but like one, no, sorry, that sounded conceited. Oh, I'm pretty. No, both equally like attractive, but one just makes you pop more and more noticeable. And sometimes we just want that. We want that little pop. What am I gonna say, Angela? Thank you. Oh, at least I listened to myself. So now we're just gonna do the second eye and we're just gonna repeat the process. And again, it's fun just to see the transformation. The eyes are done and it's time for the face. So this is the foundation. I have tried so many different foundations and I keep coming back to my tried and true. This is number 420 Creamy Neutral in the CoverGirl Cream Foundation. I have tried liquids, I have tried powders, and just for my skin, which is not really oily and not dry, just kind of in the middle, I think cream just works best for me. And I know that there would be people out there being like, I can't believe you're using the square sponge that it comes with. You should use a beauty blender and put water on it and use the brush and the foundation, whatever. Guys, do what you want to do, okay? This video is not to show you like, this is the way to do makeup. No, do what you want to do. This is how I do makeup and things I recommend and products I recommend. And please note, I do not use many things from Ulta. I have that Naked palette and I have my Tarte squishy eyelash curler, but most of my stuff I get from the drugstore. CoverGirl, L'Oreal, Revlon. I know there are people that would say you shouldn't do that because your face will get wrinkly and you should use the high-end products, but I'm on a budget and I know a lot of you are too. There's nothing wrong with drugstore stuff, okay? I'm just gonna say that. And if you want to use your fingers or you want to use your brushes or your sponges or whatever you want to do, guys, do what you want to do. This is concealer. I'm not sure. I think it's in the creamy neutral color as well, but it's a shade lighter than your foundation. It should be just a little bit. It's concealer. I mean, I think it obviously conceals, but I also kind of use it as like an under eye brightener, highlighter, whatever. It should kind of brighten the eye up a little bit more than just like a standard one foundation color. And then of course I covered a pimple with it because that was, bothering me today. So as you can see, again, I might get yelled at by the beauty professionals, but I am using my finger. And I use like the middle or index, ring finger. That's the most like gentle, delicate fingers to use. And I feel like I get better support and coverage using my finger than using a sponge. And so again, there's nothing wrong with using what your mama gave you to apply your makeup. So no stress there. And now we interrupt this message with a photo of a cute dog. It's actually not a photo, it's even better. It's a video of Gracie. I just had to put her in here. Look at how freaking cute she is. Hi, I just love you so much. You're a great halftime show. Back to business. So now I'm moving on to my powder. I love e.l.f. Eyes, Lips, Face, super affordable, using a kind of fluffy-ish brush. And this powder is supposed to be like a light color, mostly translucent, but it does have like a nice, almost like a bronzer shade without being a bronzer or a contour. I'm not really like big onto like that strict contour look for every day. But this powder, which will also help set in the foundation, is a bit shade darker. So I do put it in like the contour corners of the top, like above the eyebrow and your temple, and right below the cheekbones, which just gives it like a little bit of a darker shade without being too dramatic. I also like to put a little under my eye to seal in that concealer. No one likes those like chunky, creamy lines that appear under your eye from not having blended super well, and I find that the powder just kind of helps dry it quick and set it in so that that makeup under there is not going anywhere or not making any creases. So now that everything's kind of set, I'm just taking the other end of one of my dual-ended brushes that's nice and thin and taking on the color, the like shimmer color that I put in my crease, and I'm putting it under my lash line. This just helps like brighten and pop the eye, make it look a little bit more finished, and again, kind of solidify that makeup in there so nothing's going to like drip. As you noticed probably, I don't use underliner, and a lot of people do. I don't. I really am so anti things like falling under my eye and giving that shadow that I would like prevent that greatly. But I also have really big eyes, and as we know, I have a young, youthful look, so I don't like to enhance it by putting underliner. Anyway, sorry, I'm talking too much, and I skipped over a section. So now we moved on to the eyebrows. Holy moly, now we're zooming through. So what I showed you there was an Ulta Trio palette. The light shade is Wax, which is what I'm applying right now. That helps kind of get the eyelashes. Hello, lady. The eyebrow hairs to be where you want them to be, and help then the color to stay in place. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm applying the wax to both eyebrows. And then I'm, and my dog's barking at me. Hold on one second. I'm doing my eyebrows, girl. I'm doing my eyebrows. And then I will go through with that shade all the way to the right of the palette, which is like the lighter shade. I don't want to go too dark with my brows. And then I will apply that just directly right over the wax and follow the path of the eyebrow. When you're filling in, well, I should say when I'm filling in, because everyone's different, my eyebrow, I really just try to follow the normal path, but I'm filling in any like open or splotchy parts of the eyebrow. I personally used to like almost draw on an eyebrow, but I use Rodan and Fields, or Rodan and Fields, however you want to pronounce it, to grow my lashes and my eyebrows, and it has helped kind of fill in those spots. So I don't really have to do it as much anymore. So now it's kind of just like, you can see the difference when I look in the camera. Like, it just kind of enhances my whole eye shape, just filling it in a bit. Okay, time for round 2 of my favorite process. So now I'm going back and curling the lashes again, which is kind of like I've had the first layer. Now I'm curling and wow, look at that. I just love it. And some of you guys think this looks like a torture device, and some of you don't like to curl your eyelashes, and that's all personal preference. It is my favorite part. I love watching it. So now, this is my number one, like, go-to. Yes, we love. It's the L'Oreal, see, I don't even remember what it's called. Voluminous, L'Oreal Voluminous. And it just, like, works wonders. I absolutely love it. It really just enhances the eye. And I've used the word enhance about 1,000,000 times, but, like, what else word? What else word? Oh, Angela, what other word would you use? I just can't rave about it enough. You have to have this. If you don't pick anything else from this video, get this mascara in your life. You need it in your life. Okay, guys, we're nearing the end. It's blush time. My face, like, needs blush. There's some people who face does not need blush. They just need some highlighter or bronzer or whatever, but I need to be brightened up in the blush face area. So that's, you can see one side with blush, one side without, and I just prefer it so much with blush. So I highly recommend. I'm gonna put it on kind of dark, and then I will come back through and blend the whole face with a fluffy brush so that it looks more even and natural. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, blush is hard. Like, it's hard to get both sides exactly the same, in the same brush strokes. It's hard. And especially that pimple is, like, really throwing my game off today, I feel. But I'm trying. So there's that fluffy brush, and I just go through and blend the whole face. So all of the foundation and all of the concealer, and then that, like, bronzer powder thing, and the blush comes all together. Now, I'm giving you a number 1 because this is the last step. And I figured it out, better late than never, to put the darn palette down. So, good job, Angela. So one more time of the curling, and here's my second secret weapon. It is, again, the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, but it's the pink, which means that it is waterproof, which is why I do it at the last layer, just so in case I were to cry or tear up, I would have that as an extra little protection, so that my makeup doesn't run or leak or what have you. So I cannot rave about this brand enough. I just really love it, and I think you guys would love it too. So bam, there she is. All right, time to set the face with the spray, and then you are off to go. I use the e.l.f. Set and Mist Spray to give a couple little squirts there, spritz, 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 and voila, we have a face. Took long enough, Angela. Gosh, if you didn't watch so much dang TV, you probably would have gone faster, but there she is. Much better than how it started today. Hope you enjoyed this look. Hope you enjoyed this video. Now, girlfriend, go wash your hand.
Yes.
What's the one thing you say I should never leave the house without?
Oh my goodness. Finished look? The lips. Have to do it.
So, I listened to her. I put the lipstick on. She's a lipstick girl, and I kind of am too. So I did my chapstick first. I did a blueberry chapstick because I'm 12. And then I did my favorite L'Oreal lipstick. I guess I am a L'Oreal girl. It is called 980 Rebel Rouge. I love it. I do feel much more refreshed and ready than I did earlier today. So off we go. Thank you for watching. See you next time.